Hey guys, it's me, Miss Panda, and I'm coming at you today with another little quick video. I want to do this is the second part to the video that I dropped yesterday about Just Jazzy, about her sitting on her platform talking about and discussing the situation between her daughter and herself, because her daughter ran away from home apparently, and allegedly she's supposed to be over some boy's house, allegedly having intimate relations with him. Well, we don't really know that for sure. But this is the second part because I was requested to do a second part. But before I start anything, help your girl out by hitting like, share, and subscribe, because doing those things help to push my videos into the YouTube algorithm so it reaches a broader audience. But let's jump straight into this, okay? Okay.
So it has been a couple hours. We are now 12 o'clock, so we are into the 29th. I'm exhausted. I haven't slept yet. The cops have been called. Here's the police.
Do you know what address?
No.
Do you have a phone number?
Could y'all possibly call Michaela?
We've been trying to go straight to voicemail.
Wow. Can I try?
Yeah.
She don't understand how dangerous the streets is. She just really don't get it.
Don't have access on her phone or anything like that, too.
I told the police exactly what she told me, what she told everyone, which was she was running away to her aunt's house. The police contacted the aunt. The aunt said she is not there. We've been in contact with every friend. The friends say they don't know. Her last location is still pinging from the boyfriend's house. The boyfriend has lied to me. The boyfriend has lied to the police. The police caught him in a lie automatically.
My problem with that is, my thing is, what are you going to do about it? If it's pinging from the boyfriend's house, as you say, which means more than likely she's probably still over there. My thing is, why didn't you take your big behind, your big body, wide back self, unbig your back, and take your ass over there to go see where this girl is? Even if the police needed a search warrant, you don't need a search warrant because you are a civilian. You are a mother. You should have went and knocked on their door and posted up outside that house to see who's going in and out of that house. You have the right to do that. You could have went over there and knocked on their door and told them that if they don't tell your daughter to come outside, you're going to call the cops and tell them that get them arrested for kidnapping. That's what you should have did. But instead, you decided to sit your fat behind down and get up on Beyonce's internet and sit up there and talk smack about it instead of going to do something about it.
They went to the apartment. Technically, you need a search warrant. You can't just go in the house and you can't just search. I have a few things to say. One, to whatever Adele. Oh, and she's fine. She's fine. You can.
How do you know that? Have you seen her? Have you talked to her? How do you really know that she's fine? Even if she's not in the streets being hurt, you don't know how her mental state is. You don't know what her emotional state is to say that this girl is fine. You full of it.
See, like, her phone is attached. It's on my phone. Of course, I pay the bill. So you can see that there are ingoing, outgoing messages. You can see that there are text messages going back and forth. I'm just blocked. Yeah, I'm still blocked.
Hold up.
First
Wait,
and foremost,
hold
I
up,
want
hold
to
up.
talk to the adults in this situation. As the adult,
You mean to tell me she still got you blocked on the phone that you pay for, as you keep throwing up in our face? You keep redundantly telling us over and over and over again, you big bad Jasmine, you the big bad wolf. You want everybody to know that you pay this girl's phone bill, but yet she has you blocked. My thing is, what are you going to do about it? I would have called the cell phone company, the carrier, because you paid a bill, and I would have had her service suspended. Only thing she would be able to do is to receive calls and to do outgoing call. It would just be a regular basic phone. I wouldn't turn nothing off because, like you said, you still want to see her moving around. But it'd be certain functions on that phone that she wouldn't be able to do until effective when you call them and tell them to turn it back on. Girl, you don't understand.
of the situation, to whomever house she's at, right? Because it has to be an adult. For you to allow a 13-year-old child to be in your house. Granted, let's give the little benefit of the doubt because my kid is a big liar. Maybe she said, My mom
Well,
said I could stay here. Or my mom said I can spend the night out.
you said that Michaela's a liar. She got it honest because you a liar too. She got that from you. You a liar. Where do you think she got that from?
Or it's okay with my mom. What's going to be your first reaction? Because me as a mom, my first reaction is going to be, let me speak to your mother to make sure that this is okay. Let me speak to your mom to make sure that, you can stay the night out. I've had this done to me before by Michaela too. Another person, a friend will get on the phone and impersonate the parent. Like, oh no, this is Michaela's.
That's because you don't look into things the way that you're supposed to. You give them entirely way too much freedom. There's no way she should be able to just get up and just leave your house like that. And you still sitting around like you a damsel in distress. What are you waiting for? This is what I'm trying to figure out. And where is your girlfriend at? Why isn't she tearing the streets up, helping you? Where is she at doing all of this? As much as you be up her behind and sniffing behind her, why you and her? She could give you a ride to the store, ride to the mall. Y'all in the car doing this and doing that. She can't give you a ride to carry you over there to go see about your daughter? Girl, you full of it. You need to wake up. You being played all the way around by everybody.
Yeah, it's fine. Have you ever met me before? Have you ever spoken to me before? Have we ever had any type of interactions for you to think that I'm just going to let my child? Why would you? Nobody kid is staying at my house. And especially if I've never met you, interacted. Why would your kid be to the...
Where would they sleep at, Jasmine? You have a 2-bedroom apartment in New York City. Your apartment is small. Where would they sleep at to even spend a night at your house? Be for real. Come on now.
Parent, if you're watching this, I absolutely didn't say this child can stay anywhere. As you can see, it's a whole situation. So Michaela, if you're watching this, you are 13, sweetheart. Listen, you can sit there and try to give the hard knock life story up all you want. The only flaw Michaela has in this household is we live in a 2-bedroom. And guess what?
And I'm with her on that. My thing is, you make money off YouTube. You make money off TikTok. You make money off Instagram because I follow you on Instagram. I like you. But this situation right here is funky. Okay? I don't like it. I think you're full of it. It's not like you don't have it. You always boasting and bragging about how many sponsorships you get, how much money you get. You got money to buy Jordans and iPhones and do all this other stuff, but you ain't got no money to move. You need more space. You have 4 children. And then you have a girlfriend that likes to come over there sometimes when she get tired of her mother. She likes to come over there with you. But when her mother's on good terms, she's over there with her mother. Okay? You need more space. And with that girlfriend comes another child. She has a son. So you have to accommodate them too. You don't even have room for you and your kids. Why do I keep doing that? Sorry, guys.
She has her own bed. And she doesn't even sleep in a room. She has her own space. She sleeps in the living room by herself all the time. No one's ever out there. She's for dolo. Michaela doesn't clean up. Michaela doesn't have chores. Michaela gets every hairstyle, every Jordan.
First of all, that's a problem. Why doesn't Michaela clean up? Why don't you enforce her? Why don't you have a chore chart with all of your children, including Carter? He's big enough to sit up there and pick his toys up off of the floor. Clean up, clean up. Everybody do their share. Clean up, everybody everywhere. That's the song I used to sing and my kids automatically knew. When they hear mama singing that song, they know it's time to start picking them toys up off the floor. He big enough to sit up there and pick his little toys up behind himself. You got to have age appropriate chores, excuse me. Okay? Even Miss Faith is cute. Well, her cute little self can have some chores too. That's your fault. You are the matriarch in that household. So if those kids are not doing any chores, that is on you. If you're buying them everything and you feel like they're unworthy and they're not deserving, that is your fault because you're trying to buy their friendship and try to buy their affection. You are not their friend. You are their mother. And I don't care what you buy them. Of course, if you buying Jordan sneakers, iPhones, and this and that, they're going to accept it because it's nice things. Who doesn't want nice things? But that's not going to make them respect you.
Cell phone, iPhone, AirPods. I mean, living
You got a whole bunch of stuff to take away from her too. Take it away from her.
The life. You don't have the hard knock life story. Everything I've ever went through as a child, I made it my job to make sure that you've never experienced. So that story, I always make a joke with my kids and say, I can't wait for y'all to put out a diss track because I'm going to diss y'all right back. You never experienced that life. And I made sure of that. It's nothing out there in these streets, baby. These streets don't love you. These streets is harsh. They don't care. I don't sugarcoat.
My problem with you, Jasmine, I don't think that you're a bad person, but I think that you're embarrassing. You are very, very embarrassing. You have no filter on your mouth. There's no level of privacy in your home. You get on Beyonce's internet and you tell all of your business. And that is okay if that's what you want to do, because you are in the business of being a video logger, a vlogger. Okay. So you put a lot of you're a daily vlogger, which means you have the camera on and you do a lot of different things on the internet, and that's okay. But that doesn't necessarily mean that your children want their personal business. You had no right to come up here and tell the world that your daughter has an IEP plan and that she goes to therapy. Those are things that are private. And to be honest, she might not want nobody to know about that because that's embarrassing to her. You had no right to discuss that. Your business is one thing, but you need to stop telling that girl business. And she might have a problem with you because of that.
Things for my children. So this might be a little harsh to your ears. But as I would say if I was talking to my child directly, sex trafficking is real. There are people in these streets that are raping, murdering, doing things you can't even imagine to children. There are so many mothers that are sitting up crying because their children never made it home. There are so many mothers who...
Here's the problem that I have with that. My thing is, you heard what you just said. She just stated that there's people that's graping and unaliving people on, out in the world. So my thing is, why are you allowing her so much freedom to roam the streets, go to the bodega, go to therapy appointments, go over her friend's house, go to the mall, go to all of these different places that you yourself set up here and named by herself? Why are you not escorting her to these places? Because I can give you one answer. You're so busy worrying about what that treasure troll looking girlfriend of yours is doing. You so got your nose so far up her behind that's why you can't keep up with your kids. Because you so worried about what she doing and somebody gonna come snatch her short, funny looking self from you. Don't nobody want her but you. I'm not saying she can't get nobody, but ain't nobody shot out over her but you. And she don't even want you. She just with you because she haven't found what she looking for yet. And she building her YouTube channel up off you.
See phone calls from the morgue, from the hospital, from prisons. Here you are, running away from what? What is there to run away from, baby? What is happening? And I have an open door policy. Ain't nothing a secret in here. You decided to, let me tell you, I was so crazy.
And that right there is the problem. There's no secrecy. There's no privacy. Everything that she tells you, you're going to run up on this internet and you're going to tell it to us. We don't need to be hearing certain things. That's why she probably don't feel comfortable talking to you, because you have no filter on your mouth. And you're annoying. I'm not saying that you're not a nice person, because I think you're a really cool person. Maybe friendship wise, but you suck in some areas. You're pretty annoying. You're irritating. A person has to deal with you in increments because you overwhelming.
What is so crazy? Let me tell you how everything could have been avoided. When I called Michaela about the milk and she picked up through the butt dial thing, and I when I sat on that phone for over 16 minutes. I ain't hear nothing but the ouch, get off me, you hurting me. She said the boy name. She said, you hurting me. After that, all I heard was the music.
Why do you keep telling us that? You sat there for 16 minutes. What, are you a pervert? Why didn't you hang up the phone or at least stay on the phone and make your way over towards the boyfriend's house? You said that you had the app where you could see it pinging and this, that, and the other. So why didn't you go over there and knock on the door and tell her to come her behind outside right now? That's what I would have did. And yet you keep telling us that you making yourself look bad, thinking you making your daughter look bad. The more you open your mouth, the more you make yourself look bad, Jasmine.
I heard the music for over 16 minutes.
Do you want a round of applause? You heard the music for 16 minutes. Oh my gosh. Everybody in the comment section, give her a round of applause. Give her, she listened to the music and she sat there for 16 whole minutes. Girl, get a life.
What was all this about? You could have continued. You already lied and said what you was going to the mall. You was at a boy house. You could have said the lie. I would have took the L. What are you running away from? You don't get ass whoopings, so it ain't like if I would have came.
You. She's running away from you. You asked the question, I answer it. She's running away from you. Because you're annoying.
Home, I would have got a beating. I don't put nobody on punishment. It ain't.
Really? So that means anything goes in your house. Ain't no structure in there. So she could pretty much just do anything, and she gets a pair of Jordans. She can stay out late. She get an iPhone. She don't have to do any chores. So it's just a free fall in there.
Ain't like you would have been on punishment. What are you running from? What is there to run from? If you already started the lie, if you was a good liar, I would have finished it. When I called and the boy picked up and lied and said you wasn't there, how was I to prove him wrong? I knew it was a lie because I was on the phone the whole time, but that's just hearsay. I would have said, no, mommy, I wasn't there. I'll be home shortly. No, mommy, I'm at the mall right now.
You double talking because you just now said that she would have continued on with the lie. What was the purpose of that when you said you have an app and you could ping her location wherever she is? So even if she did come home and say that she wasn't there, you knew that she was. So what was the purpose of her? Like, come on, you're not making sense.
But when you knew you was doing whatever it was you was doing in that room, because all I heard again was music, you lied and told your sister you was kissing, the boy lied and said you wasn't there, and then your automatic response, which blows my mind, let me block my mother, block my mother, and run away from home.
It's just mind-blowing to me that you just allow them to do certain things and you just don't do anything about it. And you just laughing about the fact that she blocked you. The question is, what are you going to do about it, Jasmine? That's going to always be my question. Like, you got to stop being a punk and stand firm. God.
How do you think this will end? Baby, you are 13. You ain't got no money. You ain't got no job. The police is involved. The detectives, they gonna find you. Oh, they gonna find you. When they...
But you should be out looking for her too. My mama would have came looking for me. When I was 15 years old, I went and hung out with somebody. She stole some money from her mother's rent money, and brought it to school and was flashing it around. And so, because she wanted to be down with the popular kids. So she took some of them into some stores, and that's when they had the Air Hirachis. They was pretty popping back then. They don't really, I don't think nobody really wears them now, but they had all the different colors on them, the Nikes. And she bought them the overalls that, if you watch the Poison video, the Belle Biv DeVoe video, where they had the graffiti overalls, she bought her a pair and bought the other two girls a pair. She didn't buy me nothing. I wouldn't take nothing from her because I was scared that if I took it, my mother was going to ask me where it came from. So that's why I didn't take it. But I ain't gonna lie, I did take the bus fare because I wanted to hang with them. And I did take the food because that's in my stomach. But as far as like taking stuff that I had to carry into my house, I didn't take that. After she finished buying the girls the stuff, they went on about their way, and she just started looking sad and she started crying. I said, what's wrong? She said, I can't go home. I said, why? She said, that money that I spent, that was our rent money. I said, well, what were you doing with it? She said, I stole it. Because I wanted to go to school and kind of just, impress the kids at school. I didn't mean to spend it, but she did, because they started asking her for stuff and started being really, really nice to her. And that was why. And she didn't want to go home. So long story short, we ended up going over like one of her friend's house or something to stay there. Nobody bothered us or, bothered us in an inappropriate way. They just let us sleep there. And we thought everything would go away and be okay. The fact that neither one of us went home. But because we went to school the next day, we thought everything was going to be cool. My mother came to the school and told me to come straight home. When I came through the door, she banked me. If y'all don't know what a bank is, when I tell you, she took the belt and it was like a whoo. You know that sound when the parent hit you and they make that whoo sound midair? Yeah, she hit me with that a couple of times. Then she hit me with a broom a couple of times. Then after that, she just dropped it down. She got into her fighting stance, planted her feet and put her hands up and just started going to the body. Bing, 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 bing. Bam! I was like, oh shit. And then just crack, 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 crack. Mind you, she got tears rolling down her eyes. I'm trying to figure out, I'm not even fighting back. At this point, I'm terrified. I'm in a fetal position, just taking a behind whooping. I'm trying to figure out what my mother is sitting up there. What was she crying for? May she rest in peace because she passed away or whatever. She was hurt because she said, you getting on your road. I didn't know what road this woman was talking about, but she kept saying, you just going down this bad path and I got to stop you. I'm going to beat it out of you. So then after she got finished, she felt that she whooped my tail enough and felt that I got the message. She sat there and with tears rolling down her eyes, she just told me that she had me at a young age, and that's how it starts, by staying out and hanging with the wrong crowd and doing bad things, and she didn't want that for me. Let me tell you something. She put a whooping on me so bad to the point where I never, and I'm not advocating child abuse, but you can't let your kids walk all over. But one thing I can say is this: I never, ever stayed out again. I never did that again. I never forget. Every time I would even think I remembered that behind whooping and the look of disappointment on her face. And that's what caused me not to do it. Okay?
Find you. Do you think you can tell them, I don't want to go home? It don't work that way.
She can. If she doesn't want to go there, they probably can call a relative to temporarily take her, or they will have to place her in foster care. Like maybe CPS will have to come and get her. But if she doesn't want to come home to you, she absolutely doesn't have to. She's not allowed to be on the streets, but she does not have to be with you if she does not want to. She's at an age where they can ask her where she wants to be. And if she don't want to be in that house, she don't have to be.
They're going to bring you right back here to me. Right back here. So what do you think you're getting out of this? Like in your mind right now, as you're sitting wherever you're sitting at and you're watching this, what is your end goal? You can't just say, you know what, I don't want to be home. My 5-year-old don't want to be home every time I tell him he can't eat candy. It's not an option. But what you're doing is breaking trust, and I don't beat you, so of course I'm not going to beat you.
Well, you already broke trust when you came up here and discussed all her personal business instead of having a personal conversation with her instead of going to look for her. I think Michaela does a lot of things, Jasmine, because I think she wants your attention. I really, really do. I think she tests limits with you to get your attention. I really, really believe that, because you focus a lot on your oldest daughter. You focus a lot on Carter, and you focus a lot on the girlfriend and her son. But it's like kind of like Faith and Michaela is kind of just there. You pay them attention sometime, but for the most part, they kind of get ignored a lot. You got to watch her vlogs. I mean, she pay attention to them, but not really.
What's going to happen when you get home? I want my cell phone that I paid for, the Jordans, the hairstyles, all this that I paid for, that's no longer going to be there. You clearly don't respect me. I wish I would have decided, we ain't even had blocking back then, to block my mother off the phone she paid the bill for. Baby, you got some type of balls. I tell you, you the boldest person I've ever met in my life. You don't respect me. You that's out the door.
See, the thing about it is when she went to go live with her father that first time, you and her have to reestablish your relationship with each other, because you got to realize that she came back a different person. She left one way and came back another way. You don't know her anymore. And you're going through different changes in your lifestyle. And I don't think that she's advocating, and I'm not trying to, get into, let me choose my words carefully, because I'm not trying to upset the gay and lesbian community. I'm really not. However, but I think that she may be struggling with the fact that you're in a same-sex relationship publicly. You're a content creator, and everybody knows about it. And then I think it's also having an effect on her, the fact that your girlfriend works at her school. And you're in a relationship with her, and you were publicly fighting with her not too long ago. She was on her channel talking crap about you, and you were on your channel, discussing her. And that's embarrassing. You don't know if the people from her school, teachers, staff, and students is watching your channel. And that could be having an effect. You don't know what's happening inside that school. You don't know what they're saying to her. They're not going to say it to you. Obviously, you're tough enough. You have tough enough skin where you can deal with those things. But she has to go into the school and deal with those people, not you.
Fortunately, I can't just say I don't want you. Keep her. I don't want her. I wish the world worked that way. But unfortunately,
Jasmine, don't say that. You wish the world worked that. You wish that you could say that you didn't want her and keep her. Why didn't you just let her stay down there with her father then, if you really felt like that? Why did you want this girl to come back so bad, and you would get up here on this computer with your phony lying self and say how much you missed her, and now she home and you treating her bad? You full of shit.
I birthed you into this earth. I don't have the right to just say, I don't want her, you can keep her. That's called being an unfit mom. I'm going to welcome you back into my home because I have no choice.
Not because I love you and you my daughter, but because I have no choice. You got to watch what you say. You really need to watch what you say sometime. Because words, there's power in the tongue. You need to shut your mouth and shut it up. Shut it up. Shut it up. Shut it up. I don't like how you tell you hush up. Stop talking like that.
If you think there will be no consequences to your actions, I don't. Well, you and La La Land. Am I gonna beat you? Not who I am as a person. Have I ever beat you? Have I ever put my hands on you? Never happened. You tell me, baby. I don't know the false reality that you have going in your head right now. I don't know. This is just going to get worse. As the days go by, it gets worse and worse and worse and worse.
You know what? You getting on my nerves. I think I'm going to stop this video right here. And I think that you need to stop making videos like this. Because these videos, and I like you, but you starting to get on my last nerve. Stop making videos like this. Because you are making yourself look real bad out here. You. Nobody else can make you look bad but you. As a girlfriend, you let your girlfriend walk all over you, and you let your children walk all over you, and you weak. You're spineless. And just like you throwing money at those kids, you throwing money at that chick too. Okay? You need to buckle up, woman up, put your big girl panties on, and handle your business and get your household together. Okay? That relationship is going to be what it's going to be. I don't care about that. But you need to get yourself together as far as these kids. And stop playing around. I'm sorry I had to come out of character. Jasmine was getting on my nerves, but that will conclude today's episode of Miss Panda Talk Time on my commentary on this trifling heifer, if that's what you want to call her, if you will. Thank you for listening. I love you all and be blessed. Also, do me a favor. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel because like I said, doing those things helps to push my videos into the YouTube algorithm. Until next time, my friends, have fun and be blessed.